Alright guys, so this is going to be a video on how to replace a Bank 1 Sensor 1 O2 sensor on a 2002 Buick Century Custom. So 3.1 in here. So I pulled a P0131 and a P0171 codes for the service engine soon light, and had that checked out. It seems to be a Bank 1 Sensor 1, which is going to be behind the firewall. So the tools, of course, is your O2 sensor, which was gotten from Autozone, as well as an O2 sensor wrench set, also from Autozone. They rent them. You pay $25 and then you take it back and you get your money back, so it's a pretty good deal. No other places around here do that, and it's like $10 to buy one, so definitely saves some money, so kudos to AutoZone for that. Then you got your gloves, and let me get the hood open and I'll show you guys where this sensor is. Alright, so the hood's open. Here's the engine. Needs cleaned a little bit, but anyway, so if you go back here between the firewall and the engine, give the camera a minute here to focus. If you look there in the center, you'll see a little spark plug looking thing down here, this. See that right there? That is plugged in, and that's your O2 sensor. That's Bank 1 Sensor 1 on this make and model. So we're going to try to somehow get down inside there and get that out of there. So give me just a second here and I'll get the tools ready and we'll get started. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do, of course, is safety precautions, as in any video. Disconnect the negative battery cable. Just make sure you don't screw something up. I tend to do that a lot, so I do that always anyway. Maybe even if I'm just changing something that's small, still do that anyway. Just to make sure. Okay, so we got the battery negative disconnected, and now we're going to go ahead, and this is connected inside there. There's a clip that it plugs into. I don't know if you can see that little black clip. You'll have to pull that out. I think I might have broken it when I got it out, but I guess that's alright, just as long as it's not touching anything, it's out of the way. So I got that out here, and then we're just going to pull this clip here to disconnect it. Like that. We'll set this aside, and I also like to try to, this is usually sitting back here, and I pull that forward too, so you just got some more room in there. It's going to be a tight squeeze anyway, so we'll figure it out, I guess, when we get down there. Alright, so I had to, in order to get down, in order to break that loose, had to use some PB Buster, sprayed it. It's also best to start your car, especially if it's cold, it's best to start your car for about a couple of minutes to heat that up, and then spray some PB Blaster or something like that on there. I couldn't get it loose, and as soon as I sprayed that on there, it just popped loose almost instantly, so that was definitely way easier. It also helps if you have a small stub socket like that, so you're not hitting it on the inside of the firewall. So over here we've got, this is the old one that came out. You can see what that looks like. And then this is the new one that we're going to throw in there now. So I'll get that in there. And alright, so I got it in there. One thing to notate, and definitely makes me more happy with AutoZone, you buy the $10 one, you just get that single socket. You get this single socket here. And one thing to notate is on this newer O2 sensor, the tail end, as in this piece here, on the newer one, it is a lot higher, and it's got a plastic coating right here that is flexible, but it doesn't bend all the way around. So using this, it wasn't tall enough because of that, and I couldn't get it down on there. So with this set that you get from AutoZone from renting or borrowing, I guess, this one is actually the one that you can get down inside there, so you don't have to, so you can get it down inside there, and the tail is not a problem because it just goes all the way around it. So once I got that down inside there, I was able to get it tight, and it seemed to have no problem at all. Alright, so we got it connected back down inside there. We connected it to the connector, as well as there's a little plastic piece that pops into the little hole back there just to hold it in place. Got that done. We got the battery cable connected, and we're gonna get her started. All right, well, I think that's about gonna wrap it up. One of the confusions with this car that I don't know if it was anybody else, any problem to anybody else, but one of the main things that I had a problem with was finding out how many O2 sensors this car actually had and where bank 1 sensor 1 was. From multiple sources, there was 4, and then there was 3, and so on, and just a big issue. Finally, after speaking with a couple of my friends, one of them being a mechanic, he explained that there is actually 2, bank 1 sensor 1 being up here, which is upstream, and then the other one, which I think is bank 2 sensor 1 possibly, or bank 1 sensor 2. I'm not exactly sure which one that one is called, but that one is downstream on the other side of the Cadillac converter. So, alright guys, hope you enjoyed my video. If you have any questions, definitely post.